Some persons do reach out to me and they be like, hey, Oluchi, you've been in China for a while, you've been into this importation stuff. What product do you think that I should import from China or I should import that would sell or that would do so well? Although these kind of questions can be valid, but then I feel like with importation or with anything that has to do with business, you should be the one to decide what you want to sell. Because what if I tell you to bring certain kind of products and then you can't sell them? So that being said, welcome to this video. The title of this video is importation or importing the right way, right? Because sometimes we might make mistakes, or if you're new into importation, you might make a few mistakes. So I'm going to be talking about a few of the things I think are very important in importation from my years of experience or my months of experience. So I feel you should stick around to watch this video to the end. And if you know anyone that would be interested in videos like this, feel free to send this video to them. With that being said, welcome to my channel. My name is Oluchi, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much. If you're seeing my face for the first time, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. You're going to find lots of amazing content here. So with importation, first things you have to understand is before going into importation, you have to know what kind of product you want to sell, right? You deciding what kind of product you want to sell. It could be something that you're passionate about. It could be something that you know has a demand in your locality, like where you are, or it could be something that you feel like will sell because of the demand, or you feel like will do so well because of like maybe the season. Especially now we are about to enter like the festive season, you feel like these products are going to sell because there'll be lots of demand, right? You have to be the one to make that decision yourself. You have to be the one to do a survey or like strategize or just think of something that you love and make that decision, the kind of product you want to sell, right? So after deciding the kind of product you want to sell, the second thing is how you want to source this product, like where you want to source them, how I want to source them. First of all, where you want to source this product, you want to decide, okay, where do I want to source this product? Do I want to source them from China? Do I want to source them from the US? Do I want to source them from Bangladesh? Anywhere at all? Like you just have to like figure out or try to know where you want to import the product from. Like you want to import them into your own country. Then you want to also decide, okay, how do I want to import this product? Do I want to import them by flying over to that country, seeing the product myself? Or do I want to use someone already there in that country to bring in the product? Or do I want to like source them via the various apps? Because there are so many apps that you can buy from. From the US, you can buy from Amazon. From China, you can buy from Alibaba, AliExpress. You also want to decide, okay, how do I want to buy this product? So when you decide, okay, how you want to buy this product, you also want to consider the pricing, which is also very important because a lot of times some people buy products and then when they import the product into their own country, they find it difficult to sell the product. So you want to decide the pricing, right? Before you bring any products into your own country, first of all, do a survey. Go to the market, check online and see how much the product is being sold, right? If it's a product that is already being sold, unless it's something that is very new in the market, that no one has invented before or something that is not already being sold in your country, right? But then if it's something that is already in the market, you want to like do a survey and check how much that is being sold. That is going to help you in your negotiation. It's also going to help you to know the quantity you want to bring in and then how you are going to negotiate with the suppliers to get the best price possible so that when you bring that product in, you'll be able to sell them. Because a lot of time if you don't have an idea of how much that product is being sold, when you bring it in, you'd find it difficult to sell because maybe the price will be more than what is already being sold in your country. Because really with importing, right, especially here in China, right, you make the best profits when you buy in large quantity because most of the suppliers would not give you the same rates if you're buying 100 and then someone else is buying like one truck, full trailer. They would sell to that person cheaper than you that is just buying 100 pieces or 50 pieces. So the higher you buy here in China, the cheaper the price. So you want to make sure that you do your survey to find out how much that product is being sold in your country before bringing them into your country so that you are able to make profits, right? And then it should be something that you can sell, you can market. It's something that you are interested in. That's also very important. Pricing. So talking about pricing, right? You also want to consider shipping duration, because I feel like sometimes most people just at the dying minutes, they now realize, oh, I want to bring in these goods, right? Because with importing, some people import for different reasons. Some people import to sell, some people import for personal use or for an occasion. You have priced those goods in your country and they're a bit expensive and you want to import them from another country and you feel like importing them will be cheaper. So now at the dying minutes, you now want to go and start buying those goods, whereas you have not considered like the shipping duration and everything. Because with shipping, there are two types of shipping. There's air shipping and then there's sea shipping. Usually, if you're buying goods in large quantities, it's better you use sea shipping because it is way cheaper than air shipping. So you have to consider that time frame as well because sea shipping can take as long as 3 months, like 1 to 3 months duration, whereas air shipping takes like 2 weeks duration. So you have to consider or you have to have that in mind that if I'm going for sea shipping, right, it's going to take me 3 months. So you can't be planning an event that is going to take place in December and you are buying that goods by November or October. You have to consider that as well. Or maybe you want to sell those products and then you want to sell like Christmas clothes, you want to sell Christmas trees, and you're buying those goods by November. And then you want to use sea shipping. You see, that would not make sense because the goods might be arriving to you around January and then you find it difficult to sell, or you might then want to sell it the upper year, like the next year. So it is very important to consider shipping before you buy anything. Like ask, okay, is this a seasonal product? Is it something I want to sell like during the festive season? And then if you want to sell them during the festive season, then you have to start like negotiating or you have to start reaching out to suppliers as early as August so that you can finish everything by August and then you can buy them maybe September and then the goods can come in by November or like early week of December. You also have to consider that because I've seen lots of people reaching out to me like now is the like peak season. People are reaching out to me, this is October, and they're like, I want to buy so and so goods. I pray it comes before before Christmas time or before December. And I'm like, it is not in my doing. Like it's a shipping company, right? That's a shipping duration, 3 months. So you also have to consider that in mind, unless you want to go for air shipping. And then there are some persons, maybe they are pregnant and they want to buy goods like children clothes, children things, and they feel it is way cheaper in China. And then they'll be expecting their child in like a month's time, and they start reaching out to me that they want to import goods and they want it to arrive within that month. Unless you want to use air, which is going to be very expensive for you. But then if you have the money, you can use air, right? That's fine. But then I'm stating this because you have to consider that because it is very important. You also have to consider the shipping duration before you buy these goods or before you pay money to import these goods so that you're not disappointed at the end and so that you're able to make profits. Because my sole desire for myself and every person going into business is for you to be able to make profit out of it, because why waste your time to buy these goods and bring them into your country and then you find it difficult to sell, right? So it is very important that you consider the shipping duration, you consider the pricing, very important before you import these goods into your own country. And also with shipping, the quantity of goods you're buying is very important as to determine the kind of shipping method you use, if you're going to use air shipping or if you're going to use sea shipping. Because if you're buying things like jewelries, I would recommend air shipping to you. But then if you want to buy things like maybe a dehydrator, a fridge, I would recommend sea shipping to you. Let me go over the points again. The first is the kind of goods that you want to import. Secondly, where you want to import these goods, how you want to import these goods, the pricing of the goods. You have to do survey to make sure that you importing the goods is not more expensive than you buying them in your own country. And then the shipping method and the shipping duration. If you're looking for someone to assist you with procurement, consolidation, payment, shipping from China, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope this video will be beneficial to you. Always remember that God loves you and it is His will you live an excellent life. Do have an amazing day. Lots of love, Oluchi. Bye.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the
Okay,
morning. Show
my
me
book.
there's nothing fake to
Okay.
me now.